Hi guys, it's me with a new I Am Fun Size video. I just got a question today that I wanted to answer right away because it's actually a topic that I think pertains to a lot of us and a very seemingly innocuous thing that happens in our lives but does have the potential to make us really unhappy if we're not consciously finding ways around turning it into something to be unhappy about. So this particular person had sent me an email saying that it was their birthday and they were really excited, but that they also were aware that sometimes the people that they love have a tendency to forget that it's their birthday, which is a huge bummer. And they asked if I had any particular ways to deal with disappointments that come not because people are actually trying to disappoint you or being cruel, but just those ones where people are inadvertently being potentially thoughtless or forgetful or whatnot. Was there anything that I did specifically to counteract the potential unhappiness that comes from that? So this is what I have to say to that. And it might sound like, as I am presenting this option of how to look at it, it might actually sound like a negative thing. But in reality, I find it very freeing for me personally. I used to think that, whether it was my family or my partner or my best friends or whomever, that they were the ones that always had to get it right. That they were the ones who, I should depend on them for everything. And that it was their job and my job as their best friend or their daughter or their girlfriend, whatever it was, that it was, that's how it worked. Those are the people who should never let you down. But as I have grown older and experienced more things, I've actually come to realize that there is a freedom in understanding that no one person can possibly get it right all the time. No one person can be your everything, whether it's your parents or again, your partner or whomever. No one person can always be that person or always get it right. And that when I stopped expecting that from the people in my life who were closest to me, not only did I notice more how much they were always giving and how hard they tried to make me happy, even though there would be some times when they would make a mistake or disappoint or whatever, I was noticing more the times where everything went right rather than the one time where maybe they forgot a birthday or they forgot a special occasion or they forgot to invite me to something. It can be a really painful place to think that people are intentionally making those mistakes, and even when they're unintentionally doing so, it can be a really painful place to think but why didn't they think of me? So the way I have flipped it now is that I prefer to look at the love wherever I can get it. There are obviously certain things that you can only get in certain relationships, and depending on your agreements with people or your relationship to them or whatnot. So that's that's one aspect. But if it's a birthday or if it's a special occasion or if it's an opening night or whatever, I started to look more around me at all of the love that was coming in and all of the kindness that was coming in, even from strangers. You'll be amazed how many people will get really excited for you, complete strangers, if you tell them it's your birthday or your anniversary or you're going to college or anything like that. People want to get excited for other people, I find. I think people are surprisingly generous with their happiness when they don't feel like we expect it of them. And I think that's the second part that for me has been very freeing, is that the less I expected, or rather depended and squeezed and expected people to always be there for me in that way, the more I realized they didn't feel the pressure, and somehow it worked out into people wanting to give more, because I feel that way. When someone expects a ton of me, and I'm either stressed out or busy or whatever, and they're constantly expecting me to do more and more and more and more and more, sometimes that becomes a chore rather than a joy to share with them, right? And I love giving, I love sharing, and I love celebrating. Birthdays, anything, whatever it is, I love celebrations, as you guys know from the previous I Am Fun Size video that I said about celebrating where you are. But yeah, I think for me the biggest key has really been not expecting any one person to get it right all the time, because I can't get it right all the time. I'm going to forget things. I'm going to forget other people's birthdays. And then also, just one shameless thing I do, if I want people to remember something specific, I tell them. I used to expect people to remember, and now I realize everyone has got so much going on in their lives that sometimes we're all just going to forget certain things. So, for example, this year, I wanted to shamelessly celebrate my birthday. So I let anyone and everyone, complete strangers, know that my birthday was August 30th and like the 2 weeks surrounding it, because that way I could soak in the love from wherever it was, even if I couldn't spend it with my person or my mom or, you know, my family necessarily on those particular days. And then it becomes a lot less a question of what is not coming to you than a question of really getting to appreciate what is coming in. So that may seem like a very simplistic answer, but sometimes I find the simplest solutions are the most effective, and in that case, it really has worked a little bit more for me. I find that I am rarely disappointed and often surprised and tickled by people in general, and especially the people closest to me who do give so much when it really counts. It means a lot to me to give them the freedom to forget or make a mistake, or not even that, to just take care of themselves and not necessarily be focusing on me. So yeah, so that's my very simple answer to this question. And happy birthday! And happy birthday to anyone whose birthday it is today. And I didn't forget you guys, because I'm here doing this video. So even if you're feeling like you're not being thought of well today, or people aren't acknowledging that you're there today or sending you love, I'm doing it. I'm sure that people in this thread, if you guys comment below, will celebrate you and enjoy your presence there. In fact, comment. Tell us things that you want to share with the world that maybe people aren't celebrating in your personal life if you don't feel free to tell people in person. Tell us some success that you had. Tell us you graduated, or you finished an incredible project, or you got engaged, or whatever it is, because I think people are really excited to be happy with you. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. If you have any more questions or comments or anything you want to share with me, puppy pictures. Remember the puppy pictures. Please send them to Anjali at IamFunsize.com. And at the end of this video, you will see a card that tells you all the places you can find me on the interwebs. And if you enjoyed this video, please share it and subscribe. Okay, guys. Bye. All right, you beautiful people, send me your stuff. You can email me at anjali@IamFunsize.com. These are all of the places you can find me on the interwebs. Please send me questions, pictures, fan art, cosplay pictures. Send me pictures of puppies. You know how I love the puppies. Oh, please, please, more puppies.
Can I please? Please, guys, please.